Hey folks, Post here, welcome back to another Pokemon Masters video, and as routine, getting a new banner tonight, which, by the way, I will be doing some summons live, so, tune into that at 11, I think it's PDT, right, Pacific time. Yeah, should be out, just, usual reset time. I don't even know why folks always ask me, when does it come out? Like, it's always at reset time. It's whatever your local time is when the reset happens. It's universal, right? But yeah, Clemont and Heliolisk is coming out, and let's talk about Clemont and Heliolisk. So Clemont and Heliolisk is actually a pretty interesting sync pair, because, like, here's the thing, like, I don't think I've seen anyone be so, like, unhyped about a unit as Clemont and Heliolisk. And I kind of get it, like, Clemont's, like, he's a boring character, right? I personally don't care too much for Clemont, right? But as a character, but this unit is incredibly good. So like I said, for super interesting case, of a unit. Like, I literally don't think I've seen a single person even say they like Clemont at all. As to why he's a 5-star, I guess it makes sense that he's a 5-star and he's this good because he's Lumiose City's gym leader, and it's the biggest city in Kalos, and it's kind of important, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, Clemont. So let's go over Clemont first. So electric type, tech unit, 5-star, weak versus fighting. Well, for the normal type, which he doesn't have because it's pure electric in this game, like all the other games, or not all the other, like all the other units, right? Single typing. As for the stats are pretty interesting. Like, if you look at them, like, none of the stats really do pop out, except for speed, and that's honestly all it needs. This is the most important stat for Clemont, and he does really, really good in this category, right? I mean, he has okayish defense, like, well, no, pretty good defenses, right? Which are good to have, I guess. Well, it fits his kit, but in my opinion, the most important stat for Clemont due to his kit is speed, and that's all he needed, and really, really good speed stat. Special attack, for those wondering, 261, that's around Typhlosion level, right? Which apparently is striker level for Typhlosion, man. Anyways, yeah, let's go into its moveset. So its moveset is okay. So Clemont, I take that back. I at first I said Clemont's incredible, but Clemont is either incredible or completely worthless. It depends on the scenario. If you're doing Battle Villa, he's probably one of the best Battle Villa units in the game, right? He's incredible in Battle Villa. But anywhere else, he's just kind of, like, why would you use him in your regular co-op, single-player stuff, right? But Clemont's an absolute monster in Battle Villa, and just might be the best one out there. Or at least one of them, right? Definitely top tier Battle Villa unit, and we'll go over why. So first move, Electro Web, 39 power, 95 accuracy, AoE, 2 cost, lowers speed, which is cool, I guess. The more you lower the opponent's speed, the less attacks you do, the less damage you take, which is pretty nice. Moving on, Mud Slap. This is why Clemont is so good. This in combination with the speed, because lowering accuracy is actually a pretty premium debuff, right? If you look at all the units, not a lot of units lower accuracy. The only other unit that actually has Mud Slap, that's not like, or not like Mew that has like random chance, which is terrible to lower stat, right? In comparison. The only other one is like Hapu and Mudstill. And Hapu and Mudstill, let's see, Mud Slap, right? First of all, it's a striker. When you're using Hapu and Mudstill, you're mostly trying to do damage with her. Not that she does too much damage, unfortunately. But, yeah, you're mainly trying to do damage with Hapu and Mudstill, right? And if you're trying to spam Mud Slap, terrible, atrocious speed. Just absolutely atrocious speed. And everything else just does not help at all. Wait, does she have... Oh my god. Hapu has worse. Oh, it's not max level. Let me see. Slide. There we go. Why can't I slide it? What's wrong with this? I don't know what's going on. But anyways, yeah. Clement is just so much better, right? Because not only do you have Mud Slap, you also have Electro Web. And moving on to its set, you have Parabolic Charge, which restores the user's HP base amount. It's a healing move, right? 10% of the damage you deal. It's an AOE, right? AOE damage dealing, like you're healing off percentage, like because you're dealing damage to like 3 opponents, and you're like getting 10% total out of that, which is a decent amount, right? And again, in Battle Villa, healing's really important. Even if you're not drawing aggro, what's his bulk? 25th in bulk ranking. That's, yeah, I mean, not the like, maybe you could tank with Clem, but most of the time you won't be, right? But you still get hit by AoE attack, you'll still get hit by sync moves, so healing is still very important on even non-tanks, right? Then you have Activate, which raises user speed and evasiveness, ensures the next attack will be a critical hit. This crit is whatever. Again, we're not trying to do damage with Clement, right? The critical hit is whatever, but you get speed and evasiveness, which again is very good for Villa, right? So, decent buffs all around, self heals, speed lower, accuracy lower, like accuracy lower, like and this is why Clement's not that great in a lot of the other stages, right? Because a lot of the other stages in co-op or whatever, they have skills that reduce the effects of debuffing moves, right? They're like usually like 8 or 9, right? But in Villa, there still are some of the debuff resistances, but generally, most of the debuff resistances are very low level, so you could still massively debuff your opponent in Villa. That's one of the great things about Villa, right? So yeah, again, Mud Slap is incredible, but on its own, it's like not the craziest thing in the world. Like, it's good, but it's good for Villa, but it's just not anything crazy. But the reason why Mud Slap is absolutely insane in Villa, in this scenario, is because you could pair it with your tanks, right? You could pair it with Mew. Mew comes in with evasiveness. You could, increase Mew's evasion with what was that move's name again? Yeah, Shifty Striker, right? Chance to raise evasiveness. So if you get max evasiveness on Mew, and then max debuff on accuracy on your opponent, Mew will just be dodging everything. Like, you can't even die, right? And again, Mew, like, even if Mew gets hit, like, you can still get like first aid, and like there's no way, like, after a first aid and then with like max evasion and accuracy, there's no way Mew would die before the opponent dies, right? And again, Clement could heal itself, so that's not much of an issue. And the even better combination for those who have it, right? Got Clement plus Rotom, which Rotom, every time Rotom has a skill that like increases dodge as well as a passive, and then with Ridicure too, every time you dodge, you have a decent chance of recovering HP. So Rotom plus Clement is just going to be like absolutely like just insanity. It's going to be so good. Like, I don't even know how like you could lose a Battle Villa fight ever, right? And again, Mud Slap, it's a move. It just 1 gauge spammable move, right? All right, moving on to the sync move. The more the target speed is lower, the greater the power of this move. Electric, special, 200 power, single target, whatever, right? Passive skills, Piercing Gaze, moves never miss. That's great. Charging Sun, 5 powers up moves when the weather is sunny. 50% when it's sunny again. And I mean, it doesn't do terrible damage, but I personally don't care about damage here. HP advantage, 4. The more HP the user has remaining, the more it powers up moves. I guess that pairs well with Parabolic Charge, right? So the other thing we do have to talk about Clement is its sync grid, which you know, again, it's dropping with a Synchrid, but like you don't really need a Synchrid. Like Clement is like really one of like Charizard, like Clement, like you don't really need a Synchrid for it to be that great. But with the Synchrid, it just becomes like another level of insanity, right? So let's check out where is it? Clement Synchrid. I can't find it. Why can't I find it? Where is it? It's gone. It's gone. Oh no, never mind. It's there. So Clement Synchrid is just like insane, and it doesn't have anything, you know, it's tricky. It doesn't have anything special or whatever, right? It's a very very extremely basic Synchrid, but like it's just so incredibly powerful. So reason why it's so powerful: Mud Slap, move gauge refresh. You're like, huh? That's a move gauge refresh. So what? I mean, it's good, but what's the big deal? Well, first of all, you have that, and you have another one. 2 Mud Slap move gauge refreshes. Pretty cool, eh? 2 Mud Slap move gauge refreshes on a 1 gauge spammable move. This is like Pikachu's Thundershock, like on steroids. This is like, wow. Like, and again, Clement has really good speed to begin with. Clement is not only a huge, you know, evasion, you know, helper, right, on your team, evasion support, kinda, accuracy debuffer, but also a move gauge battery. 1 gauge spammable move with 2 move gauge refreshes. That's really, really good. Also, you have Sapphire Snarl and Electro Web, which lowers attack when the, you know, move targeting opponent is successful, which is cool, I guess. I mean, I like honestly, I would just be like mud slapping like 90% of the time. I don't like Electro Web. Again, it's a good move. This is how like good Heliolisk is. Like mud slap is so good that another really really good move, Electro Web, you're not even going to use it just because like mud slap is just so much better, right? Especially with these 2 extra move gauge refreshes, and it's funny how they lock them behind like the 3rd tube just because they know how powerful this move gauge regen is. That's why they put 2 in there. You got Activate, MP Refresh. That's 2 of them, I guess. That's pretty standard. You got the Parabolic Charge Master Healer. That increases the amount of HP you heal from Parabolic Charge, right? Which is nice. Mud Slap Ramp Up, which raises your special attack when the move is successful. Again, you could get to like around Typhlosion levels, right? In terms of your special attack, and then you get like +6 special attack on that. I mean, again, you're not going to use it for damage. It's not that big of a deal, I don't think. Then you got stuff like Dizzying Power. The more the target's accuracy is lower, the more it powers up moves. Again, you know, just all the stuff that, like, if you do want Heliolisk to do damage, it could definitely do damage, right? Again, with its passives, you got HP Advantage, Charging Sun, and then stuff like Dizzying Power, Mud Slap Ramp Up, and all that stuff. You got Refreshing Rain, which heals you in rain, like Raging Rain. Again, just like a bunch of like weird, like a bunch of different stuff that you could do to actually make Heliolisk do damage if you really want that, right? Which I personally don't care too much about that. It's just more, it's Mud Slap, right? So Cakewalk, more target speed is lowered, more powers up. Sync moves, same thing, right? Sands of Time, Quick Charge, Move Gauge, and Sandstorm, all that stuff. Again, this guy is just like insane. It's funny, it has like no Mud Slap power-ups, power-up notes. Okay, they don't want to like make it like absolutely game-breaking. But anyways, yeah, Clemont and Heliolisk. Here's the thing. Is it good? Yes, it's very, very good for Battle Villa. Kind of pointless for anything outside of Battle Villa. So, in terms of the banner, it should be a regular Spotlight Scout banner, which again, I see a lot of people trashing like Spotlight Scout banners, like they're like just objectively worse than Pokefair banners. That's not really true, right? Because they're, you know, Spotlight Scout banners, they have their value, right? There is value to summoning on Spotlight Scout banners solely due to the fact that Spotlight Scout banners have higher rates for the featured unit that's on the banner than Pokefair banners, right? Or, you know, any other banners. But for Clement, here's the thing. I don't really feel like folks are like, is Battle Villa hard? generally, yeah, it's the hardest content in the game at the moment, right? I don't think anything's really harder than it. But I don't think folks have too much trouble with it either. Like, if you are struggling with Villa, this is a good pickup. But like otherwise, and like even if you do really need Clement, again in terms of, you know, if you should summon on this banner or not. If you really need Clement, and I know there are people who really need him, right? You know, if you're struggling with Villa, all that stuff, you definitely would want Clement on your team. I would just wait, honestly, because do keep in mind, our Datamined info stops, I guess, how deep did it go again? I think it was 18th or something, was the last bit of info. Yeah, 18th, right? So around that time, we should get, or maybe even tonight, we should get either producer's letter on future content that's coming soon, or Datamined info, right? So again, like I said, Clement, very good. But if you don't need Clement, then just don't summon on him, right? Wait for better banners, better units, right? That's, I guess, more necessary. Which again, Clement's just like a absolute luxury. Like once you get Clement, like Villa's a joke, right? But again, not necessary. And also, if you do want to summon on Clement, you know, if somehow, you know, Clement's your favorite unit, whatever, then if you like Heliolisk, that's your favorite Pokemon, can't stop you, right? Just go for it. But otherwise, I'd probably not encourage folks to summon on this banner, for the most part. Definitely don't spend your gems on the Guzma banner instead. But yeah, I guess that's generally it, right? And also do keep in mind, Clement, if you do decide to go for Clement, in terms of 1 out of 5 and 3 out of 5, I would say just get 1. I mean, 3 out of 5 again is insane, but 1 out of 5 is enough for the bare minimum that you need for Clement to function at a very high level. So anyways, that's me for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Again, I will be streaming Clement summons live once the banner does go live. Hopefully there's more stuff when it goes. I mean, the flying event's also coming, but I'm personally just hoping for the producer's letter. If that would come tonight, that would be pretty cool as well. But anyways, yeah, that'll be all for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one.